Hi, this is Danell Fields, back again, new month. I'm here with Millie Garrison and Local Mia. I'm the contributor for the Home and Lifestyle segment, and I'm just thrilled to have Millie Garrison here, who is the Executive Director of HAAM. And if you don't know what HAAM is, she's going to fill us all in. And I'm just excited to have her and talk with her today. HAAM has two thrift stores. One we are sitting in today, which is Black Cat Junction. Another one is located, this one is located in Kingwood on 494. The other one is located in Humble off of 1st Street, I believe.
Correct.
And it's just delightful. There's so many wonderful things here. And then the hub office, the main place where Millie offices, is right off of 1st Street and across from Humble Thrift Shop. So I want to welcome you.
Thank you. I'm happy
We're
to be
also
here.
friends, and we're going to the beach this weekend. So I just wanted to ask you a little bit. I don't think a lot of people know Millie. You're always around, and HAAM is always on the forefront. But can you tell us a little bit about you and your family, and maybe how you came to be at HAAM?
Sure. So thank you for having me this morning. Sure. I've been in Kingwood since 2001. We moved here when our kids were little. I've been married to Wayne Garrison for 28 years.
Oh.
Yeah, we're getting ready to celebrate 29. But we have two kids. They're grown now. I have one in Colorado, finishing up a master's degree, and a sophomore at U of H. So we're excited. We're kind of empty nesters. So
Right.
yeah, it's fun.
That's exciting. And how did you, well, first of all, why don't you tell me a little bit about HAAM? Because I think a lot of people ask me, and I know they ask others, they don't really know so much about it. They know that you help people, but can you go a little more in depth about that, and then how you became the director at HAAM?
Okay, so I've been at HAAM for about 15 years. When we first moved to Kingwood, I went and volunteered there.
Okay.
Fell in love with it, got the passion for the mission, and stayed. I think I've probably held every job there.
Okay.
So I know the ins and outs of every level. And then a couple years ago, about 4, I became the executive director. My kids started kind of being independent, moving out of the house. I had extra time. I love it. And so I've been the executive director ever since. We do try to spread the word for the mission. HAAM has been helping the community for 30 years.
I was wondering.
Yes, this was our anniversary this year. So they've been around a long time. HAAM is a collaboration with the community. We have 30 covenant churches, lots of civic groups, lots of companies, lots of individual donors. We're really a community collaboration. We work very closely with the schools, and it's a mission of help and hope.
Mm-hmm.
It's to anybody who needs help. We're there. That's what we're there to do, to be the hands and feet.
So when you say help around the community, and maybe if you can say a little more about it, how do you help? You give out food,
Right.
What are the things you do?
So we do have a food pantry.
Okay.
And so we're feeding a lot right now.
Right.
With the job market, we've seen a double increase on clients, people we've never seen before. And so that's glad that we're there to do that.
Right.
And it's never ending.
Right.
And so, but we also help, our primary goal is to help with basic needs, meaning it's much easier to keep families housed versus them get homeless and then we try to house them.
Okay.
So we really try to work with those families who need emergency help.
And the basics.
In the basics with electricity, water, gas in the winter,
Right.
and those basic needs. We also have an employment center and an education center where we work with the college on certificates. A lot of our clients are the working poor.
Mm-hmm.
And one bad, accident or some kind of incident calls them to fall behind.
Right.
So,
And I didn't even realize until recently that you did the education.
Mhm.
That's pretty terrific. That's wonderful. So, can you, I know that you said you fell in love with HAAM when you started, and you've been, and that's probably what makes you a good director. You've been all the different jobs. You know what they say, for a good leader, they start at the bottom and they work themselves up, so they know all of the aspects. But as far as what's something that really brings to heart, Ham? What is the one thing you think you love that really tears at your heart, and you know you belong there? What is something? Mm-hmm. What is the reason you love it so much?
Mm-hmm. Well, there's many, or I wouldn't have stayed that
right.
long. But one thing that stands out, I hadn't been there very long, 5 or 6 years, I think, and I had a doctor's appointment. And so I went in the doctor's appointment, and you know how you're always in a rush. Right. So I'm rushing in, trying to make sure I make my appointment, and I'm signing in, and the lady behind the counter says, "Oh, you work for HAAM?" And I said, "Yes." She ran around the corner and gave me a great big hug.
Oh.
And she said, "You know what? When I was going through a divorce and I had 2 little kids, HAAM helped me get back on my feet, and look where I am today." And she was the manager of the office.
Oh, wow.
So it's stories like that,
right?
Because that's what we're here to do, is to help.
And that's what, I mean, loving what you do is what it's all about, you know. Mm-hmm. So what do you think? So I think that you're a good leader because you have held so many positions in HAAM. But what would you say to everybody? What do you think your leadership management skills are like? What do you believe when you have so many under you and you see so many people? So how do you like to manage your people and the organization?
Yeah, I think that it's important to lead by example, and I don't ask anything of any of my employees or volunteers mm-hmm. that I wouldn't do myself, and I think that's important.
Yes.
Yeah,
that's true. So I'm sure before Harvey, and now after Harvey, and now with the corona, there's been many challenges. So what do you think in this time that you've been at HAAM, and particularly the director, what do you think maybe has been one of the most challenging things you've faced?
Probably today. For all of us, right? Not
right.
just HAAM, but
right.
for all of us.
Right.
I think, like I said, we're seeing double amount of people. And with the economy hurt so desperately, the money coming back into the organization, mm-hmm. I think it's extremely hard. We don't have endowments at HAAM, and so every January we start all over again for the funds right. For the upcoming year, and that's challenging. Right. We've been fortunate. We've gotten lots of funders from downtown, and so that helps. So we try to keep the funding very diversified so that we're able to help in many different ways.
Right. And for those of you who don't know, a lot of the nonprofits rely on the galas, the events, things sponsored to come and bring donations mm-hmm. and all. And so for HAAM and many others in this community, they had a big gala. When was it to be? March? Or
it was going to be in March.
And so they've had to postpone. So actually since January, this entire year, they have not been able to bring in any type of donations from galas or any of their big fundraising events. So it's hard. And it's hard for some of the other nonprofits as well. So I'm sorry, I have to put my glasses on. So why don't we turn just a little bit, and let's turn to Millie. We have just a few more minutes. So could you tell me a little bit about, personally, like when you go home and you're with your family, and I know your family means a lot to you.
Yes.
What are some things that your family, you enjoy doing together?
Mm-hmm. Well, we're all pretty competitive, so we're big gamers.
Okay. What game?
Well, we're doing trivia right now, and with the cell phones, it's working out great. We can all play.
Oh, that's funny.
And so a lot in the evenings we'll play trivia.
Oh.
So we like to do that. One of our favorite annual trips is my birthday weekend. We like to go float the river. This year we won't be able to.
Was it San Marcos or in Frio or?
Kamal.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So we like to do things like that. My daughter now lives in Colorado, so skiing's fun.
Yes.
It's really nice to go for the holidays because we get a white, Thanksgiving. And so we
hopefully
enjoy the
that's
simple
possible.
things, I think, just being together,
Right.
making family meals together,
Right.
and things like
Well,
that.
that's great.
Yeah.
Well, so I'd like to end this in all of my little conversations by asking someone, and I'll ask you, what is something that maybe nobody maybe I don't know even, but what's something maybe no one knows about you and would be surprised to know? Because the Millie I see is pretty reserved and strong in her faith and her family, and but what's maybe a little quirky thing about you that would be fun to know?
Quirky. Do I really want
Or-
to share that?
Or unique or whatever, something that we don't know.
Well, I used to show horses, Arabian horses,
Oh.
growing up, and that I think helped kind of mold me into a lot of different things. Strong, competitive, kind, and I cherish my roots,
Yeah.
and it stays with you,
Right.
and it is the reason you do some of the things you do. And I'm grateful for where I came from. I grew up in North Carolina, very southern, and that probably dictates, how you present yourself.
Right.
So, yeah.
Neat.
Yep.
I didn't know that about her. With the horses, we have that in common. So I'm so thankful to have you today, and I really want to piggyback on the fact that she runs 2 thrift stores. This one is Black Cat Junction on 494. Fabulous things, clothing, jewelry, purses, housewares, all kinds of things. And then also Humble Thrift Shop, which is on First Street,
Right.
First Street, by her office, and that has wonderful things as well. And so today, in just a moment, I'm going to have 2 people. One is Jessica Beamer, who is the Chief of Staff for Dave Martin, who is also pro tem right now. Mayor pro tem. And then Ellen DeLapp, who is, I'm going to let her tell you exactly what she is. She has a long title, but she's the former National Organizer of America president, and she has an organizational company which is terrific. And they shop here. We all shop here, and I just wanted you to know how fabulous it is. So we're going to see a couple of things. They'll model maybe something that they've bought at the shop, and I want you to see it.
Hi there, my name is Jessica Beamer. I'm Mayor Pro Tem Martin's Chief of Staff here for City of Houston District E. Not only do I live in the community, but I'm an advocate for HAAM and Black Cat Junction. I come, and as you can see, I've put together the perfect evening outfit for so many of our Kingwood events we can't wait to get back into. But not only do I come in and shop, but as I'm going through my closet a few times a year, I come by and I drop off cute things from shoes to dresses to that blazer that just doesn't work right for you anymore. So it's a great place to continue to drop off things and also refresh your own wardrobe at the same time. What do you think, Ellen?
I love Black Hat Junction and HAAM. As a member of our community, I know how important it is for us to support each other, especially during these times. I'm Ellen DeLapp, professionalorganizer.com is my business. I've been in the Kingwood community for close to 20 years, helping people donate, get things out of their house that they don't need. And what I love about this place is all the quirky little finds that are so amazing that we can add to our homes, because we're all staying home so much more. We want to nest there, and
Right.
I'm always advocating dropping off. So I'm glad HAAM has stayed open to help us not only clean out our closets and our homes, but also support the community.
And what's great is the things you're getting are from, closets similar to yours. So this is an express dress. I'm rocking some cute Coach shoes. Who would have thought that you could find that at a place like Black Hat Junction?
Exactly. This is my Talbot signature dress too. Came directly from here at a super reasonable price.
So thank you, Millie.
Thank you.
And just if you have any donations for clothing, anything, you can bring them here. If you have, you want to give a $25, if everybody in this time gave a $20, $10, anything, it would be appreciated. You can come bring it here. You can go on the HAAM website and plug it in there and donate. But I will have all of the things at the bottom of my article where you will be able to access those and give back, because that's what it's all about, right? We're all in this together. We're all in this community, and we all want to help each other, and we all want to give back. So this is Danell Fields with Local Mia, dropping in with Danell, and we'll see you next time. Bye.